Hello, welcome to my channel, Autumn and the Mage. This is a general reading in regards to love for Gemini. It is general, so it might not resonate for you, but if you're drawn to the video, then perhaps there is a message intended for you here. Perhaps the entire message is intended for you. But if some portion of it doesn't resonate, don't try to force it. Just take what does and leave the rest behind. So Gemini, we are starting here with the spell casting oracle deck, oracle cards here, to get the overall energy for you in regards to love. The cards, we got two cards, travel and psychic abilities. Wow. Does that make you think of astral projection? Because it makes me think of astral projection, which is the ability to travel by spirit, kind of, is the best way I can think of to describe it. You kind of, it's hard to explain. Maybe you should look it up. It's like almost like a dream state, but you're not asleep, but you feel yourself exit your body and go to another place. And like people, they've like done studies, people have like heard conversations. They said they went to places and overheard things or saw things that took place. And so anyway, I'm sorry, that's kind of off topic here because we're asking about love. So travel and psychic abilities. The psychic abilities card, it talks about raising your frequency, and you're in the process of doing that is what this card indicates, that you're lifting your vibration, you're lifting your frequency. And as that happens, the way that manifests in our lives is things that we once found appealing and attractive are no longer appealing and attractive, and we find ourselves attracted to something new, like a new idea or a new person possibly, or a new kind of person, or just things that didn't attract you before are now attracting you. And that is an indication that you have lifted your vibration. It's a positive thing, okay? But also, with that travel card there, it's indicating that wherever you call home, like whatever looks like home to you, whatever feels like home to you, you are not going to find what you're looking for there. You need to step out of that comfort zone. You need to step out of that home atmosphere to find what it is that you are seeking, to find what it is that you are now like vibrationally on level with. That's not in this space you're in now. So it could mean that you need to literally travel, like go someplace you've never gone before, go on that vacation that you've always wanted to go on, or whatever. Or it could just mean like literally step out of your house, go to a store you've never been to before, not necessarily one that doesn't interest you, something that interests you. Stay true to yourself, obviously, but step out of, think about those things that attract you and like move towards those things. Take steps towards them, and hopefully those are in new directions. And it seems this is implying that those are in new directions. And so if you follow that, you'll find what you're looking for. Whew, I hope that helps. We're going to take a look at the tarot now. And we're going to look at the person connecting with you, okay, at this time, which may not be the person you end up being attracted to if we're looking at these cards like that. But we're going to take a look at the person currently connected to you. We're going to take a look at how they see you, what they think of you, and then also how they feel about you. So we're going to start with how they see you, Gemini. The Knight of Pentacles, slow moving, very slow movement, that Knight of Pentacles. He's taking his time wherever he's headed. I'm going to get there eventually. We get the Justice card, which is Libra energy. You might be dealing with a Libra, but this is fair, seeing you as very seeking balance, someone who looks to be fair and be just, okay? And last we get the Devil energy. which is Capricorn. You might be dealing with a Capricorn, but the Devil energy, this could actually represent different things. Because the Devil can be really toxic. Someone who is, wow, as how they see you, that could be really not great. But on the other hand, it could have to do with physical attraction, and seeing you as very appealing in that way, okay? Maybe even adventurous in that way. I don't know. You'll have to take that how it resonates, but the Devil energy, it is a more experimental kind of, energy than just straight up. I don't know how to phrase any of this. So hopefully that's enough for you, but that could be how they see you. We're going to have to clarify it. It's possible they see you both ways, but the Devil is very, well, it's kind of manipulative energy, kind of controlling energy, but obsessive. Maybe they see you as obsessive, because that's another meaning of the Devil is obsession. But yeah, let's take a look at how they feel about you. How does this person feel about Gemini? Aw, that's sad. We get the Three of Swords. They're heartbroken. What else do we get here? How does this person feel? How does this person feel about Gemini? We get the Queen of Swords. That is Gemini energy. Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. But as far as how they feel about you, I mean, this would indicate that they have boundaries up. Like they want to be, they want to be honest. They want to be logical, but also they have requirements that maybe they feel hasn't been met, and so they kind of have those walls up. Let's see, one more card. How does this person feel about Gemini? How does this person feel about Gemini, please? One more card, please. How does this person feel about Gemini? No. One more card, please. One more card. Thank you. The Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles, I keep thinking that this is them, how they see you, and not how they feel about you. I don't know why that keeps happening, but I do. Because the Page of Pentacles is a student. But as far as feelings, yeah, they want to understand something. The pages are looking for, they're seekers, which makes me think of them as students. They're looking for something. They're trying to understand something. That's what the pages are. And they also represent like immaturity to some degree, youthful thinking, not I don't know how to use that word in that that phrasing. Possibly naive. There we go. Like a younger kind of energy. But this person, as far as feelings for you, they're hurt. They've got their walls up, and they're looking to understand. They want to understand. Okay, so let's clarify these cards here. Let's start with how they see you as the Knight of Pentacles. Very, very slowly moving towards something. What's that Knight of Pentacles? The Four of Cups, the High Priestess, the Three of Swords, and the King of Swords. Wow. So now we have both the King and the Queen of Swords on the board. which is your energy, like I said, but they're also a match. It's a matching energy, all right? Um, okay, but let me take a look here. The Four of Cups is someone who's thinking about how things didn't go how they hoped they would, or things went exactly how they hoped they would, but now that they're here, they're like, um, this isn't what I thought I was getting into, which is interesting because the Knight of Pentacles moves very slowly towards something because he wants to know that when he gets there, it's going to be exactly what he was looking for, you know? So the Four of Cups is someone who's focused on the fact that things just aren't how they hoped they would be. And so that can indicate that you're like, and of course, this is how they see you, which doesn't necessarily have to be how it actually is, you know. This is just from their perspective, okay? But the Four of Cups is somebody who is possibly like reflecting a lot on their decisions and where it has got them, which is interesting with that psychic abilities and the travel, because it indicates that your vibration has lifted. And part of lifting our vibration is acknowledging where we are and accepting how we got where we are, you know, and focusing on what we want for our future and moving towards that. So that's like an important part of the steps. But somebody who's looking at it represents somebody who's not happy where they are ultimately, and it could mean that you're looking a lot at the choices you've made and thinking about them. Okay, the High Priestess is, she understands something that can't be explained. Okay, she can't tell you why it makes sense. She can't tell you how the like path of logic got her to that point. She just knows this is truth, and there's no uh, she feels no need to explain it. It just is what it is. So it's about that knowing, that intuition, that just knowing. Okay. The Three of Swords, which is pain, heartache, and the King of Swords, which could represent this person or it could represent yourself. Okay. It could be here that you've reflected on your own heartache, you know, and how it got there, and like, or how you got there, or just like with that intuition, trying to follow your intuition to find your way out of it, you know. And that may be what they see you working towards very slowly, is like moving out of, this would be kind of a rut to be in, you know, this energy here with this energy here. But both the High Priestess and the King of Swords represent truth, and the King of Swords represents clarity. But it's kind of interesting because I don't really, it's two different kinds of logic. It's two different kinds of truth, two different kinds of understanding, because this person is being practical, you know, doing what makes sense, where this person is just doing what is right. They just know what is right. Which is interesting. Might represent people, but it may just be your energy and what you're naturally like moving through, and they see you moving through it very slowly. Let's take a look at that Justice card. The Emperor. That's Aries energy. But yeah, it's kind of a boss energy. It may be that you're like in charge of, like maybe you are literally their boss, or maybe you work together and you have a higher position, or maybe you just have that kind of energy about you. You just kind of take charge of situations. But in that role, they see you as being very just and very fair. You know, they see you as, yeah, leading with, excuse me, leading with that balance. Okay. The Hanged Man, though, why'd that come out? This is somebody who is possibly seeing things from a new perspective. The Hanged Man has always seen things one way, and he's very adamant about it. Like, sometimes it's this a belief, or it could be many different things that the Hanged Man feels so passionately towards, but he is absolutely certain of something. And then he is hung upside down. And as he's hanging there, he sees it from a different perspective. And so it represents this kind of stagnant energy, because this like shift has happened, and it's like, wait a second, what? Kind of energy. And maybe that is how they see you. Like maybe they see you as changing. There is some indication of change having happened within you, some kind of clarity happening within you. With these cards as well, I just feel like you're understanding something maybe that you struggled to understand before. So they could also be, that could be how they see you, as just like understanding something, seeing something from a new perspective. But it's possible that in this role, you've always you always strive to be fair, but now you're seeing things from in a different way, and now possibly what you thought was fair isn't isn't anymore, or you don't see it that way anymore. Let's take a look at the devil. Can you clarify the devil energy for how this person sees Gemini? Can you please clarify the devil? The Seven of Wands. Well, that's defensive energy. Protective energy sometimes. Can we get more on this devil? The Two of Wands. The Seven of Wands is feeling protective of something. Okay, and sometimes that means you're putting up shields against other people because you've got to protect what's important to you. And the Two of Wands is a decision that has been made, and a plan is being formed for something out there in the distance. He's holding this globe. He's like, how do I get to that? How do I get to that something out there that I want? How do I draw it into me? I keep thinking about these cards here, okay, because this Two of Wands, it's almost like he's planning a trip. He's holding this globe, and he's like, I'm gonna get there. I want to get there. This is where I want to be. But the Two of Wands can also indicate like being somewhere other than where you are. Like grass is greener on the other side, kind of like I want to be over there, not where I am, which kind of is how like the Four of Cups represents like being unhappy with where you find yourself. So, but the devil energy with the Seven of Wands and the Two of Wands, very defensive of this desire, this decision you've made. But with the devil energy, it could mean that they see you as being obsessed with it, like obsessed with this, and very protective of this goal that you have for yourself, this new idea or plan that you have for yourself. And possibly that has come out of this like learning that process that you've gone through. And again, this is just from their perspective, so maybe none of this has happened, I don't know. But if it has, then it makes sense that you've learned a lot, and now your ideas are changing, your goals for yourself are changing, your plans are changing. That's what they were saying here in these cards. Sorry about that, I had a delivery that I had to go bring in. We're going to take a look at their feelings for you. The Three of Swords. Can you please clarify the Three of Swords? The funny thing about doing readings about people you don't know is you have to make educated guesses. I mean, you have to assume things that are so obvious to them. Of course, when you're watching this, it probably makes more sense to you, where I'm like stumbling like, well, sometimes you get a very strong sense for what the answer is, but sometimes it's just like very fluid. So anyway, with the Three of Swords, we get the Five of Cups, which is sadness. They're very sad. They're hurt and they are sad. They have regrets. Yeah. Can we clarify the Queen of Swords? The Queen of Swords, we get the Magician, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, she has those guards up, like I said. She's been hurt, and so she's protective of herself. She is, though, still intrigued. She's still like interested, still wants to explore, okay, but she's like very cautious about it. But to clarify that, we get the Magician, which is Virgo and Gemini energy. So that is also your energy. We also get the Knight of Pentacles, which is how they see you. I don't know if that is directly related. All day today, I keep getting like cards repeating. It's been very interesting. And then the Four of Swords, which is, well, someone who's kind of not moving. Somebody who's recuperating, So yeah, this person wants to move forward. They do that, but they're really taking their time because they're trying to recover from whatever happened. I believe with the two of you, because it's basically repeating what the Queen of Swords already said, which is, I'm interested, but I need to be careful. And so that's what they're trying to create, a situation where they can move forward carefully, slowly. Can we take the Five of Swords, which is what I was getting, that they felt defeated in the past. I was kind of surprised this didn't come out with this like that, because it feels like they're hurt, they're disappointed, they feel like they tried and they failed, okay? And they don't want to do that again. They don't want to do it again, and so they're very careful. Can we take a look at that Page of Pentacles? But I don't even know if you're interested in this person, to be honest. I mean, from their perspective, you don't seem to be, but they could just not see it. But with the overall energy for you in regards to love, I feel like you're moving forward, you're moving on, and this is possibly a person from your past who, they are hurt, they're sad, they don't actually look super interested either, like more curious, like, we could try this, yeah, the Knight of Cups, see, yeah, like, we could try it, we could explore that, we could look into it, we could try to see if that's something we want to do with this Page of Pentacles, because the Page is a step below a Knight, as far as like how much energy you're investing into something. A Knight is investing more energy than a Page would be, okay? A Page is curious, okay, where a Knight is like, okay, let's do this, So yeah, they're interested in exploring the idea of having a romantic relationship with you, possibly again, because it does feel like this is someone from your past, but I don't feel like they're like 100% about it. I don't feel like they think you are either. So, I mean, take that how that resonates for you. Maybe, like I said, this is just their view. It's not necessarily how you really are. So, but yeah, they see you as, they see you as very fair and just, okay, but also they see you as changing, they see you as shifting, they see you as learning something and having moved forward and making new goals for yourself, making new plans for yourself. They see all of that in you, and I don't know if that's actually what you have going on, but that's what they see. So let's go ahead and get a message from the oracle cards for you, Gemini. Can we get a message for Gemini, please? Advice for Gemini in regards to love. This deck is awesome, but it is really quite heavy. And it's so big to put my hands around. It's a task to shuffle sometimes. There are harder decks, so I don't mean to complain. Do we have anything else for Gemini? We're going to try one more time, just in case there's something else. Okay, so what we got is, what would love do? What would love do? Do you know why it's so easy for us in the unseen to quickly pinpoint your whereabouts? You leave behind footprints of love. Ah, the universe. P.S. The legend of Bigfoot. Bigfoot continues. Yeah. What would love do? You leave behind footprints of love. This card has had a very specific meaning for me in the past, which is completely not. It has left my brain. I have absolutely no idea how I've seen it in the past. So, it's interesting because this is like saying you should ask yourself that, like, be loving in the situation. You know, how do you respond to this situation? In the kindest, the most compassionate and loving way. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes we need to walk away from things, and when we're walking away, we need to, because it talks about what you leave behind. Okay, and it's calling you to. It's saying, what would love do? And so, which some people look at love as a prison. It drives me crazy, as a chain that keeps you connected to something. Like, you have to stay because you love someone, but that's just not how it works. When you're committing to a situation that you don't want to be in, you're not only accepting less for yourself, you're forcing them to accept less for themselves too, which I'm not saying is happening here at all. It's just something that came to mind, and so I feel the need to say it. If you are not moving forward towards what you want, and you're staying with someone that you don't actually want to be with, you are holding them back from finding happiness as well. You're confining yourselves. Confining, is that the right word? I don't think that's the word I meant, but like, you're like, yeah, you are kind of imprisoning yourselves in this less than situation. Don't do that, okay? That's not what love would do. Love would set them free, and love would set you free too, so that you can find what you really wanted. And anyway, just do it in the most compassionate way as possible, if that's what's happening here, which I kind of feel like you're not currently. Right from the start, it felt like whoever we were looking at here wasn't going to be someone that you're necessarily interested in at the moment, or interested in continuing with at the moment. I don't know, though. You'll have to take out what resonates for you, but that is what I have for you. So thank you, Gemini, for watching. If the reading resonated, or if you enjoyed it, please feel free to like the video or post a comment below. But either way, thank you for watching. I do really appreciate it. I hope that you have a beautiful day. I hope you remember to be positive. I mean, you're already clearly, there's a lot of evidence here that you're lifting yourself vibrationally. So way to go on you, Gemini. Good luck to you. I hope I see you next week. Bye.